was a pleasure getting to meet different ladies in different aspects of life, who were in different ways going through the same thing. And getting to hear the story that you're living through somebody else's perception. I always say it makes what you're going through seem more, not that what you're going through is not important, but when you see somebody else struggle through their eyes, it makes yours seem minor in comparison. But each of us have a journey that we need to go through. So it's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. I don't want it to end. My hope, my deepest hope is that we all continue to bond. WhatsApp, Facebook, even if we hook up because somebody's visiting one town and it's like, maybe I'll call her and see what she's up to, if she wants to meet for dinner, or so. Yeah, it's been eye-opening. It's been just taking it all in still. For me, it's hard. I don't have a lot of women friends. I got burnt badly by my best friend back home, and after that it's kind of like I can count them on my one hand, and the ones that I can depend on one hand. So it's
That's a new world.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes.
It really is. I'm excited for you, and I'm so glad that you are here and got to make these connections.
Well, originally it was because my friend invited me, Virginia. We keep promising to go on trips together, and we never really did. And then because of my accidents and because how I've been suffering, when she heard about it, I was the first person she thought about. She wanted me to try to live life a little bit more, and not, because as I've said, before the accidents, before everything, I was a pretty happy-go-lucky, stress-free kind of person. I didn't really let anything bother me. After the accidents, I went through depression. I was seeing a counselor. I kind of isolated myself. I didn't do much. In the sense, I went to work only because I had to. I went to physio. I went home. I cooked. I cleaned. I took care of myself as much as I could. I took care of my family as much as I could, but I didn't really socialize. And that wasn't me. It took 5 years since the accidents for me to finally start getting that feeling in the pit of your stomach that you need more. And she recognized that, so that's where it came from. And I am so grateful for her for doing that. Initially when she said it, I said, I don't know, I need to know how much it's going to cost, how much, and she kind of got angry with me when I said that. And I go, well, you know what, I'm sorry, but maybe you don't have to budget, but I do, you know. But I know she had to. It's just that for her, she doesn't care. It's like, if I want to do this, I'm going to do this, right? But for me, I resorted to this person that, okay, I have to think about, okay, who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? How am I going to pay for it? What am I? So I had to get over that initially. And then with the payment structure and everything, it worked out fine. And yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Strange enough, I'm going to tell you, it's first impressions. not knowing these women, and yes, we talked via Skype, but even then it was kind of like guarded. But the first time we met, it was like if you met somebody that you've known a long time ago, and you've been friends or sisters. You kind of just came together, you know. And even Nisi said it. She goes, it was like, wow, here she is in person, you know. And you got to actually see the personality. You may not see the whole personality, but you got a glimpse of who they are, and just getting to know them. That was the first thing for me. The second thing for me was actually meeting Tina for the first time, and getting that feeling of, it was like, oh my God, what am I gonna feel when she draws out something in me that I didn't want to have come out, you know? And I've come to realize it feels okay. It feels okay. It just needed to be done. And maybe the family and the friends that you had weren't getting there because you knew them and you had the block up. Whereas I didn't know Tina. I can be skeptical and have it pulled out of you without you realizing that it's being pulled out of you.
You are safe. You are loved. You are protected.
Yeah.
And you did it. You did it.
You may be skeptical. You may think, oh, this is not for me. I'm not gonna open up to this. I'm just gonna go because I want to see the country and I want to, just relax and kind of just see where it goes. But just open your heart. Go with an open mind. Go with an open mind. Leave everything behind. It will be okay. Things will get done at home. Things will get done in the office. It may not get done to your liking, but it will be okay. And you will be happier and more at peace with yourself, with the decisions that you're going to be making from the experiences that you're going through, from the camaraderie of your sister friends. And as I said, this morning I hit myself this morning because I didn't have Wi-Fi in my room. Because as you can see since I landed, I'm saying good morning every morning. And I didn't say good morning the last day. And it's like, really? Seriously? Darn it.
It's still morning.
I know. But it's the one, this trip will open you up to things that you never thought you would be capable of doing. Or you were too scared of doing. For me too, with the journey from the spiritual waterfall, climbing back up those stairs was the hardest, most painful thing I've done in a long time. But I made it. I got it to the top. It was hard, it was excruciating, but I did it.
You did.
And that was, my lawyer that covered my case said to me, you're a strong person. You don't realize it. You're very strong and you'll be okay. But when you're hit so many times where you had to change course, you start doubting yourself. But you have to remember, and I should have remembered this, but I forgot it because I strongly believe in this. You have a road that you're going to follow, and you have choices on these roads. And it's the choices and the lessons that you've learned along the way that defines who you are. And if you're too scared to take these forks in the road, you're not living. Good or bad, they're choices. The good choice means that you've lived your life, you're happy, you're going. The bad choice means that there's a lesson at some point that you have to learn, and you have to figure it out so that you can move on to the next path.